So we're gonna have that one going on there. Alright, let's go live there.
Look, in England we grind, in Sierra Leone we splash hard. Truck we got mangoes in the backyard, and all them got we calling me papa. Ring text now me phone in the bata. Used to spin that now they know me na rapper. Fuck man hear me talking that back car. I speak Creole, no this is not patois. Back home cold water day, you might see me with the masquerade. Anytime that's a thing, some the stage no see me this Saturday walk. I say me this Saturday, but man just they talk. Go sagging them bench and they talk but then no get no sense. If we came from the ground and we know we get shit into pence into pound, but you know we're good living with a couple,
That's right, yep. You can show it, sis. There you go. Brand new. All right, people. Okay. You see how pretty my guest is? I love the dress. I'm gonna ask you about that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask her about that because I'm kind of. Let me see that. Okay. All right, people. Okay. All right. So keep going. Make sure you share the program as you watch me. If you're watching us live on Facebook or you're watching us live on YouTube, okay, that's right. So go home, turn on your YouTube TV, and then start watching us right now. We are live on Diaspora Voices SL. That's right. Your boy DJ Little, aka the Moses, aka Money. That's right. That's a brand new one for Selects Diamond City. Kopo. That's right. Share the program, people. Good evening and welcome to you all. Good evening, Auntie Anita Kogoma, Mohammed Yankee. That's right. Kopo Nasai Fona, Mr. Ivan Macaulay. I see you. Shaka Sise, Lucas D, Sidiki Sila. Yes. D Kabia Kopo Dede. Watch out for the next one, brand new one coming out there. That's right. Brand new from IE Kopo. That one was Selexa Kopo Dede. Definitely, people, we're just building up. Share the program to all your networks. Pass and go on to other people then. I have to turn this one up. Okay, brand new from IE. That's right, Idris Elijah. If man want take you na come on palava. And that's now you left me then so. Okay, if you're watching us live on YouTube, don't forget you can go on YouTube. Put me on your screen. That's right. Okay. All right, people. Kusha, sexy mama. Okay, people. That's right, people. It's IE. Share the music. Kusha, sexy mama. That's what I want to say to people right now. All right, before I play you Van Mac, I want to say good evening, Kusha, sexy mama. It sounds like it's like exactly for you. Kushe, sexy mama. You are definitely a sexy mama.
I try.
Howdy, body?
The body fine.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Kushe. It's a brand new song from two young British-born Sierra Leonean with a Sierra Leone background, Nigerian and Guyanese background, where it happened to be my son and my nephew and your nephews.
Yes.
It's the first time you heard the song. First of all, what do you think about that song?
I think it's excellent. And first, because Elijah, they could speak Creole so well.
I think
that was the main thing that stood out for me. I was like, now then, we talk Creole.
Yeah, that's the catch. That's the catch, isn't it? When they start singing and when they talk like people are the English boys, and then they start singing and then they sing in Creole, people go, wow.
Yeah. When I listened to it, I was like, wow, I'm super
It
proud.
means you've been a very good auntie and a good influence to them. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you've championed younger people, and to see kids born in this country embracing their culture and wanting to speak their language so easy and so comfortable. You know, for me personally, they surprised me because they've been at this for like a whole year, and I used to not take them serious. And when they brought this song to me about 3 weeks ago now, I thought, hang on a minute. You're supposed to be okay, but it wasn't supposed to sound so good. And you guys sound so good. Why are you sounding so good?
It's good. It's excellent. And I think we need to get Sierra Leone on the map.
Yeah.
Not only in the UK, but globally.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just proud of all the stuff that they're doing.
Well done.
And for you as well, Little.
Young people. I am proud of them too. I am really, really proud of them too. And I was quite surprised, as I said, they surprised me. But that was Kushe. They've got about 3 tracks. I might play them for you later on. And then they're still working hard in the studio. But I must remember one thing. I know this is one thing you're proud of. They're still studying.
Oh, that's good.
So they're in uni. Elijah is in uni. Idris is playing his football. So like they're still holding on to education. So the music thing they're just working on. It's not like they're leaving what they're doing to just do music. So I'm sure you'll be proud of that.
Yes. Well done, boys. Keep it up.
That's right. Okay, as I said to you, right now we've got 2 fronts that we're coming out on. We're coming out on Facebook. That's Diaspora Voices or Diaspora Voices SL. Or we're coming out on YouTube. That's right. So if you go onto YouTube, you can watch us. Just go to Diaspora Voices on YouTube as well. So in our change is Diaspora Voices on YouTube. But I want to welcome my guest here, who is Mrs. Mariama Oni, the CEO. I always get this wrong, so I'm not even going to try. Every year, and you've been coming to my program for like nearly 3-4 years, and I get it wrong. The CEO of what? Smiling Through Lights. Yay!
Right.
I got it.
Well done. I know. I think before you used to say like shining.
Shining.
You used to say shining.
I used to say shining through the lights, and then she goes, no, smiling. So it's
smiling. All smiles.
Smiling through lights.
Guys.
You understand? And that's been going on for so long. First of all, I want to say you look amazing.
Thank you. You know, I have to represent Sierra Leone from head to toe.
Yes.
Check out my full.
You said to me it's like a full dress, but obviously people cannot see the dress, so you decided to just don it with black.
Yeah.
Nice mix and
people can't see my legs, so because it's a top with trousers.
Yes.
I know they're not gonna see the whole outfit.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You look amazing. And then there's another thing. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now this now. Listen. She smelled like 30 billion for her account. Mr. Oni, thank you. But obviously, you can't smell her. She's sitting there to my account. Listen, I just want to tell people this, yeah. I was saying to Mariama, because Mama is my sister, right? And I was saying to her, yeah, she smelled like $1 million, yeah. And I said to her, I only apply Koto. Mama said, what's in a Koto? Mine is Koto, African balm. While waking up morning, after I don't Vaseline myself and I leave the body, I don't put whatever cream I'm using. No cocoa butter for my body. Only abokini. You know, abokini comes in that yellow bottle.
Yellow one, yeah.
100% abokini from the back. Because I had to sort myself out and get ready for the next day labor in London City. But you smell amazing, as I said.
Thank you.
So we're here. We're going to talk a little bit about smiling through lights. But I want to talk to you tonight. It's all about talking about Beam Talks, which has been going on for, I think this is the second year. Second year. Yeah. But just touch on a little bit about smiling through lights. How are you dealing with that so far?
That's actually been excellent. So smiling through light is my main work. I think because in the UK, people see the Beam Talk stuff.
Yes.
That's where the key focus is. But Smiling Through Light is where everything basically started.
Okay.
So Smiling Through Light works on and focuses on clean energy access. So it's working with women, starting in Sierra Leone, where I'm training them to be solo entrepreneurs.
Wow.
So for me, it's all around getting people not to use kerosene at home to light up their house, but to use clean solar products. So we support the SDG, so we support SDG 7, which is all around access to clean energy. But in that
What's
space,
SDG? I think because you have to make it easy. It's not for me, it's for me and my peoples that I want to watch you.
Everyone knows about SDG. So SDG are the Sustainable Development Goals, which every government have signed on to. People will know the Millennium Development Goals, which started in 2010.
Right.
2000, sorry, and they're 10 years goals, which countries signed. So in 2010, there were 7 goals. But now we've got 15 goals. So in 2010, they reframed it and started calling it the Sustainable Development Goals.
I like that.
So, for example, Sustainable Development Goal 5 works on like women's empowerment. So people like Alima would support that goal and push that type of goal forward with the work that they're doing. My stuff on clean energy falls under Sustainable Development Goal 7.
Right.
So it's making sure people have access to clean energy by 2030. So they're goals which have targets.
Even Sierra Leone?
Yes, Sierra Leone is part of it. It's a global thing signed by the UN where countries come together, different governments, and they're all part of it.
And they have to work through that. And then you making sure which is areas like in countries like Sierra Leone as well.
Yeah, and that's been going well, but with Sierra Leone it's been really difficult because I suppose where now we work on the main grid, for example, Bumbuna, which everyone knows, and my work is looking to say Bumbuna has a long way to go. Ideally, in the future, we all want to get up and press on the switch, and we have lights. But
it's not impossible.
It's going to take a while. And the focus there is more on big projects, so looking at hydro, really big scales. And I'm saying, like, for now, while you're doing that work, you need to create smaller enterprises, support smaller businesses, get solutions there. So Smiling Through Light is all around that. So focusing on clean energy access, working with women, so training women in rural areas to sell solar products, and they make a commission out of the products that they sell. So it's all around clean energy, making it affordable, making it reliable, but then at the same time creating job opportunities and income for people.
Indeed. And so far it's been going well?
So far it's been going really, really well. I think when I started back in 2014, Sierra Leone wasn't in that place where the renewable energy kind of agenda, people were thinking about it. So I know lots of people say, oh, Marima, you've been doing this work for so long, but we didn't have like the enabling environment to make things happen. So the last couple of years, it's been really around campaigning to make sure we've got really, really good policies, campaigning to make sure the government's committed to having clean energy there. So in 2016, with a campaign called Power for All, which is a global campaign, we got Sierra Leone to sign the compact agreement, and the government gave 4 commitments. So we keep tracking all the work. So
and you monitor those?
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. Monitoring those, and one of them is like they want by 2020 for 1 million homes to be using clean energy solutions. So things like solar products. If you are a business that's got solar products coming into Sierra Leone, the VAT is removed on it. They want to do much more workshops and training around it.
So how have you been able to measure success from the time that you started with Smiling Through Light to date? How have you been able to measure success, especially the work which you're doing in Sierra Leone?
So I have groups now that I work with in Sierra Leone. So this is my recent trip. I went back to do focus group discussions. So I'm always going into communities to find out kind of the messages we're putting out, what's changed, come of it. So for example, when I started Smiling Through Light, if people know, my message was all around say no to kerosene. We need to be using clean, reliable, sustainable energy, clean product. So this trip, when I went, conducted a focus group, and I was asking people about kerosene use. Majority of the women, they're like, no, we don't use that anymore. because we know how bad it is. So I had focused like sections with so much questions around kerosene, and I spent like 1 minute because people were just saying, no, we don't use that anymore, we know how bad it is. The only community that was still using it is in Funkia, because you know it's a fishing community.
Yes.
So the women, when they dry, or when they dry
fish.
their fish, they still use it. But in terms of household, people are not using it much. So we measure it in that way. I'm also part of the renewable, there's an association in Sierra Leone called the Renewable Energy Association for Sierra Leone. So we also track who's coming into the country, which solar producers are there, and you have lots of frameworks. So for example, Lightning Africa is the global organization that looks at all this work. So for example, there's products that you just can't take into the market. They need to go through certified processes. So the good thing is now there's loads of things in process that people could check.
That they can follow through.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as you can hear, you're hearing the voice of Mariama Oni, and she's telling us all about what she's doing with our main, how do you call it? Is that your main business or your main brand?
Yeah, so that's my company.
That's your company. Okay, so that's with the main company, which is Smiling Through Lights, and with the SDG program, which it's a UN, you said it's a global campaign to ensuring that clean, renewable energy is used in all developing countries, right?
Not only developing countries.
Or
it's a global.
It's a global campaign. It's a global agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So and you are doing work within Sierra Leone itself, and so far so good. You're pleased, like when you've been going to Sierra Leone, to hear feedback that kerosene, and they use that again as salon and all of that kind of thing, which is a good thing to know, and I'm proud as well, because I've been in Sierra Leone the last 2 years, 16, 17, 17, 18, and I've seen the journey, even with people not having, where lights is not being very frequent at the time, even though it's better now, people are not using the second option as kerosene. They'll have to use energy lights. I'm thinking, wow, who said they put the energy lights here? You know what I mean? There's quite a lot of it in there. And it's credit to the work that you guys do.
I suppose with like my work, Powerful Wall, you've got big campaigns that's working on it. But I think pushing the message is really important.
Okay.
So last year, Smiling Through Light actually became an official partner for Sustainable Energy for All.
Right.
So they're the UN organization that looks after the Sustainable Development Goals 7.
Right.
And that's really because you have to voice. I think for me, I'm someone who's all about change. I see a problem, I want to find a solution to it. And so you wouldn't see me doing loads of different things.
Okay.
I literally focus on things that I'm really, really passionate about.
Makes sense.
I know I'm going to go along the road. So when we became the official partner, it's now just giving a space for someone to have a voice to represent what's going on, especially in the continent, because these programs, you've got people mainly from Europe, from the US, but I'm always like, we need to have our voices there, because if we're not there speaking about what's going on in the country, no one's gonna listen. Yeah, and
you know, I'm glad you went there, because I've also like obviously with your company, this job, the work that you do, I've seen you represented and even giving talks and advices as highest places as the United Nations and conferences, and I want to say, first of all, well done in achieving those steps, and well deserved as well. But I just want to ask you, how does it feel to be standing there, educating or giving talks to corporate people? Do you feel daunted, or do you feel, you know what, it's just like water on duck's back?
It's hard, but I think the key thing is that you need to know what you're talking about. These people wouldn't open us, and also like it's sideways, they want to also listen to us. Okay. I'm a believer that we have our own story to share. We have to tell the world our story. No one should be telling our story for us.
Indeed.
So for me, these are platforms that we need to be on. So when I go and talk, I'm just talking to you how I'm talking to you. It's about my experience, but I would back the experience with facts. Okay. I would do my research, I would understand, and I would know exactly what people are looking for and what message I want to spread across. So a big thing, I was saying to one of my friends today actually, because next week, in May, I'll be going to Lisbon. Okay. It's the annual Sustainable Energy for All Forum.
Yes.
But prior to that, I'm going to write a really, really big blog, which it's either going to go good or bad.
Okay. So you're going to release the blog before your talk?
So I'm going to release it a week before I travel.
Right.
Because I know loads of the people that I want to influence or target, they're going to be at this event.
Okay.
So I want them to read the
blog
information
and prepare them. Okay.
before I go.
Okay.
But it's more like simple things. For example, on the trip that I've been, to say these are the lessons I've learned from Sierra Leone. A lot of the renewable, it's not a movement or revolution, but most things been happening in East Africa. So if you want to know about solar, just check out Kenya, what people are doing with mobile, as you go. But for me, I feel like the West has been left behind in terms of the support we're getting. So it's more to push that agenda forward, to say, look, over the last 7 years, we've done all the work in East Africa, but more needs to be done in the West.
In West Africa.
To kind of strengthen that more.
I totally agree with you as well on that. And so obviously that's smiling through lights. And then you felt that's not enough. I want to carry on doing more. And then how did you find Beam Talks, or how did Beam Talks find Mariama?
So I found
Beam Talks. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the relationship.
So Beam Talks literally came about because, like I said, I see problems, and then I try and find a solution to a problem.
Okay.
And most of my solutions are not something totally difficult. It's things that you would do, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, that's quite simple and easy to do." So Beam Talks literally came around because, like, when I travel, and I've been traveling and working in international development, and I'm sure you would know, before, like, doing all my HIV work, since I was probably like 22, 23, traveling around doing loads of things. But then I found, like, most places I would go and people would say, like, where you from, and I'll say Sierra Leone. The narratives was just so negative. All they knew about is, you know, blood diamonds, the civil war, Ebola.
They'll go to 16 years and they'll go, oh, is the war still over?
Yes, the war finished a long time ago. So something I was just shocked to be like, I'm sure you guys know that we've got a lot more things to celebrate and a lot more things to talk about. And so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to create a platform where I can just showcase and highlight, because my main company is just working with women, what women are doing in the UK, especially Sierra Leonean women. So we can just share positive stories and just highlight. So we change the narrative, and also by doing that, it's more changing perspectives about Sierra Leone. And for me, that's what I want to do. I want people to see us in a different light. You know, we've had bad, horrible things that's happened, yes, we all agree, but we've all learned from that and we need to move on from that. So then I thought I'm going to set up a platform in the UK which highlights and showcases what Sierra Leone women are doing here. So I'm basically shining a light on them, shining a light on their achievements,
on their achievements and all that.
success.
And you, boy oh boy, you've been able, from the time of launching, which was last year, or 2016, 2016, to now, you've been able to do remarkable work in terms of the type of people, Sierra Leonean people, that you've brought about to the local community, not only to the international one, because some of us locals, we're not even aware of the achievements of some of these people. And some of these people, we may have seen them, but we didn't know, oh my goodness, you. And how did you target or find your audience in this format? Because I know you always have like a 4-man team or 3 people and 3-panel team. How did you target your audience? Not your audience, your panelists.
It's quite easy, you know. Since doing Beam Talks, actually, what I've got to realize is one, we really don't appreciate our community.
We're clapping up because we agree. It's just that it is true.
Yeah.
You know, we don't appreciate our achievers.
We don't appreciate our community.
It's true.
We don't showcase our stuff.
It's true.
If people are doing really good things, they tend to become the bad people
because
they're really trying.
They stigmatize them.
Which doesn't make sense.
There's a lot of envy.
Yeah, so many things. So the kind of people I'm looking for, I call them hidden gems. These are people who are doing extremely well. Who are probably not known in the community, but they exist. They're there, and they just need platforms like this where they will come and they will talk and share learning, and it's just amazing. So how do I find them? I go on social media, I read about what people are doing, I go on LinkedIn, from that find out about their background, then I'll Google search them. So even for Beam Talks, there's like a criteria for you to even get on the platform. You should have been working in the industry or your sector for at least 5 to 10 years.
Wow.
Because for me, I want people to come and really share their journey
Wow.
and to talk. And if someone asks you what's going on,
so you're not just most of the people that are not just somebody that you've met that have been doing 2 years of.
No. And most of those people, I don't even know them. It's not like people in my own network.
Yeah.
It's people who I've heard their name come up before, or like for example, the person I wanted to really get on this tour, but she's gonna come now in March.
Okay.
I was on Instagram and I just saw loads of stuff around her, and I said, "Oh wow, she's really cool."
Oh, you mean May? She's gonna come in May. June. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
And then I went on her profile.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Wow, this woman is amazing."
Okay.
But it's just like people like that, and obviously people would call me and recommend people that they've seen. Then I'll go and do my background research and just check.
Yeah.
But we have so many hidden gems. Like I call them hidden gems.
Yeah.
Like some of the people
I know you always say that. Yeah. When you do your summary.
So many, and they're just there. And I would tell you, loads of people want to come out and share and do stuff, but sometimes they're scared. Like even me, I do stuff, but. And I just think the community just needs to change.
Yeah.
We really need to.
And I think it's very, very important when you're talking about the way that high achievers are stigmatized. It's like they're supposed to look as if the community as a whole stigmatize them to for their achievements rather than, as what you said, celebrating what they are and or trying to get close to them, learning from them. There's one person, obviously I've been in a couple of Beam Talks in 2017, and as I said, I adore all of the people. There are 2 people, actually, not one.
I think I can guess.
That left a massive impact on me.
Should I guess?
Yeah, go on, you guess first.
Sienna.
Yes. And?
Sienna.
And Fatima.
And Fatima Kamara.
Fatima
Okay.
Kamara.
Yeah.
Fatima Kamara and Sienna. And obviously, I never knew anything about. I don't know any of them. I never knew anything about them. But were they on the same panel?
No.
Together, they were not.
So Fatima was on March 2017.
Yeah.
Sienna was on June.
Yeah, and these people, meeting them for me, I cannot thank you enough to say like, wow, I was excited. I was thrilled. I was like, every goosebumps in my being, in my physical soul was like really excited to knowing these are Sierra Leonean. And I could have a recording of Sienna's talk all day, and I just want to hear her talk, because she can make the least person that has been beaten down, she can turn them and make them become something. Because and so was Fatima, and Fatima left that legacy on me. And do you stay in touch with these people? Do you follow them?
Yeah. So for example, when Yasmin Kadi came on, we had a follow-on when we all worked on a concert. I check into them because they've also followed along with attendees and people that's been in.
Okay.
And for me, I monitor everything that I do. So I would send them emails to find out what different outcomes or what's happened after Beam Talks.
Okay.
Because it's not to come on the platform and then bye.
Yeah.
For me, it's like there has to be a long-term relationship and to see different ways that people can work together. That's why the platform,
you bring them there,
it's been set up. So yes, I'm in contact with everyone. And I suppose the good thing about Beam Talks is really, like, as you know, I do all the background stuff, more organizing, bringing to people together, because for me, I think that's what's really powerful. It's really powerful that we have these women in the community who have such amazing stories, such amazing journeys, and they've had really, really difficult times. You know, I think people just see someone, oh yeah, she's doing really, and literally judge by face value. Oh, you look this way, this is, well, you know, I want people to look at people's hearts and to understand that, okay, I've achieved this, but I've had so many challenges. And Beam Talks is really, really
important. And I think when you talked about that, I can now remember the lady that does the lingerie, the bikini, you understand?
Sadia.
And when Sadia.
Binu,
Yes. So, Binu, when she talks about what the struggle she went through, trying to find something as a teenager to for her daughter and all that stuff, and then having to say, you know what, I'm going to go to the drawing board, and losing everything there is, and then having to but yet still these women stuck through their faith, their dream, and then they work very, very hard, and then they achieve. So 2017 was definitely a successful year for Beam Talks. The question I want to ask you is, did you think you were able to reach everybody that you wanted to reach, as in terms of your audience base, not your panelists? Do you think you've been able to achieve that?
I think the people that I looked at that question in two ways. The people that I really wanted, the kind of wider Sierra Leonean community, I have been able to reach, but not as much as I would like to. And I'm hoping like this 2018, we'll be able to get much more people on board and to support. But in terms of different people, so I find more young people coming and more young people that's interested in this type of platform, being a part of it. And I suppose for us, it's possibly a learning experience or something that we need to go to. I probably find as a community, we're not used to networking, that kind of setting where you go, you exchange ideas. It's probably something quite new. So it's going to take time to build, where I network quite a bit. So I know there's an organization called Star 100. It's the Ghanaian Professional Network. So they have these events every single month. And let me tell you, every single month is packed full. On a Friday, they had an event last year on a Friday. I remember they invited Yusuf Jallo. And I went Friday evening, over 50, 60 young people, they were there. But it's because it's something they're used to. So I'm hoping as we go along in 2018, and you can give me ideas of how I can try to reach maybe people in different areas, other Sierra Leoneans, for them to attend, because really the platform is for them, and for them to come and meet and network.
Because the reason why I asked that, there's been times when the Beam Talks, like when there have been months when you only have a handful of people. Yet I know that there's the quality of people that have turned up, and then there's been Beam Talks in a month where the room has been a very good sized number, and I'm thinking, is it because the message is not reaching out there, or is it because this is the target audience, as you said, that you're looking for? What do you think is the bridge?
I don't know, because I try most platforms to advertise. So, you know, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. I've got a mailing list which I send around, people share stuff. Probably people just they're not, I don't know.
And the time is not really a bad time, you know what I mean? It's there for a very short time, no more than 3 hours, like to start, finish, and then everybody is exiting. So there's still enough time for you to return to your normal Friday evening or Friday night social life if you want to. But at the same time, people are gaining so much knowledge. So what is up on your sleeve for 2018? And because this is the first Beam Talk of the year so far,
so my first Beam Talks are coming on this Wednesday, from 6 to 9. So it's going to be at London Bridge, and PwC are hosting it again. It's the second time them hosting us, and they reached out to me this year to say, would you want us, to host you, because it was such an amazing session. So this year 4 planned, and the Beam Talks are always in March, June, October.
If you carry on talking, I'm going to look after you a bit. Carry on talking to your people.
October and December. So this year, same format, all Sierra Leoneans, but one thing that I'm changing is that I'm going to be inviting keynote speakers who are young African women from different African countries. Because I think also we lack sharing and just learning from what people are doing. And I think that would also, because the main thing is to change perspective, is for me to open to other communities what we're doing in the UK, to see how we can work with them as well. And if there's possible partnerships or ways we can collaborate, it'd be quite interesting.
So as the founder of Smiling Through Light and the head of Beam Talks, you tend to take a back seat quite a lot. Because I could see you sit down there and hosting Beam Talks and still deliver well. But there is something which you do which is fascinating. You believe in empowering and reaching out. So last in 2017, and the main host for Beam Talks is Miss Nabore Bangura. But this year, because of other commitments, you've decided to get another lady, a young Sierra Leonean lady who's going to be hosting it. Do you think having had okay, we've got a phone call. Let's take a phone call. Hello. Hello, good evening, caller. What's your name and where you're calling from, please? Oh, we've just lost the caller. If you're trying to call, please just call back I think I got your call slightly late. Again, the number is 07930870265. Yes, I was saying, because of commitment, Nabwe is not going to be able to front it. But you've decided to reach out and empower another young Sierra Leonean who is very keen to do this sort of thing. Why did you make a decision, a brave decision? Like you could say, well, I'm only going to miss Nabwe for a month or for one session.
Yeah.
Let me just do it. Why do you think you feel that you needed to reach out or not reach out to give somebody else the opportunity?
I know. So Nabure, yeah, she's the residential host.
Yeah.
But she's away. She traveled today for a business trip, so she's missing this. So I remember I was thinking, okay, Nabure is not going to be here for this April. So it's either I host it or I get somebody else to host it.
Yeah.
But I'm not a presenter.
Well,
that's not my. I can do like emceeing and.
Yeah.
But for me, I think I would see Nabure moving from this platform to be doing something much more bigger.
Yeah.
So it's much more about skilling younger Sierra Leoneans who want to be hosts and who want, someone who wants to present.
I see.
To have that time to build their confidence, give them the platform as well.
Yeah.
And Jemmy, she's been doing really, really well. She was like co-host for Awol last year.
That's correct. Yeah.
She's been interested in presenting. She's young. So I just thought, let's give her the opportunity for her to come on and just see what it's like.
And how well have you prepped her? And how well as Nabure as well supported her?
I've done a bit of prepping, but really Nabure done more of the prepping.
Okay.
So on Friday, I spent like 2 hours with Jemmy.
Okay.
She spoke to Nabure for like an hour for her just to give her tips.
Okay.
What she thinks is worth. But mainly, I suppose for me as a presenter, you just need to be yourself. Like Jemmy can't be Nabure.
Yes,
they've got
true.
different styles,
Yes.
different ways of presenting. But I suppose from Nabure's side, it was to give more of the takeaways and probably key points, which Jemmy can anchor onto.
Okay.
And I've just said to her, you've been to the event, you know what it's like. It's quite a relaxing format, but you just need to make sure people are engaged and you just take it how you want to go with it.
Fantastic. So, and then again, you have a criteria which you've run successfully in the last 12 months plus, where there are set questions which you prepare your panelists for, and those are the templates, sort of like a template which they follow, and it's been successful. And these are also fed back to the guests that attend the event. It's amazing, and I've got to be honest, I've not been able to read all of it, but those which I have actually taken time to read, I'm thinking, damn, we've got people out there that we need to be having. And again, how do you get that mix of getting that information about those people? And I know you said you research and then you got a team of researchers, but how do you get that? And how do you, because people might ask you, say, what's your name? You say Maria Maoni, but you may have another name which you don't. How are you able to get that extra name? How can I get an extra name for Mama Maoni? So you're not just Mama Maoni, but there's another name which is possibly a pet name which you really love, but you price it, but you're not going to share it with somebody else unless somebody who is really, really special to you. You see what I mean? Yeah. How are you able to get that information, or your team is able to get quality information from your panelists, which is then shared publicly?
So I do a couple of things. So the first thing I do, once I've identified the person, I send them a small email, so they can send me the way for me to formally introduce myself to them, and then get them to confirm. So they all have to do that first. Then I send out a briefing note, which is a one-pager, which just explains what the talks are about, where it's going to be held. That obviously I want them, they should be inspiring, but everyone needs to be relaxed. They need to definitely give their 3 beams, and they just need to be true. And the panelists, the other thing is, after the briefing note, I either have a phone call with them or I meet them in person. So I would spend like an hour over coffee to go through the format of the day.
Who pays?
Me.
She pays for the coffee. Yep. It's the coffee. That's where the information comes out of, isn't it?
So by the time they come on, they're more relaxed. They understand the format.
Right.
And then I email them to send like their bios, which we put on an information sheet.
That's right.
So mainly it's kind of something that's, because I've done them so much, it's quite easy.
Okay.
The things that change is obviously the panelists and the theme of the talks.
Okay. So the first Beam Talks for 2018. What is the theme?
So the theme for this Wednesday's talk is Press for Progress.
Press for Progress.
Yes.
I like that. That's the hashtag, right?
Yes.
Which is
Hashtag
also
Press
running
for
on Press for Progress.
Yeah.
And is that where they're talking about women empowerment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this talk it was meant to be in March.
Okay.
So celebrate International Women's Day. Really,
Right.
all the talks should be in March, June, October, and December.
Okay.
Well, I had to move in all this, the election and everything.
Right. Makes sense.
So it's going to be Press for Progress. So it's really going to be talking about the stuff I'm talking now. How women will collaborate, how we move together, how do we partner. When you look at things like gender parity, in terms of jobs, means you might be in a similar job, but as a man, you get paid more than me.
Yes, because it's been quite a lot of headlines in mainstream media as well these days. The gender pay gap, you know. Right. Do you care to share your panelists?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
So my keynote is someone by the name of Joanna.
Okay.
And then I've got Yabong.
Okay.
And Edwina Momo. And Jemina Weeks. She's going to be the guest host.
Right.
For this event.
They're gonna be the guest hosts for this event. So we're
and another big thing. I'm launching my new website.
Woo! So when is that going out?
So I'm launching it on Wednesday. Then I'm doing like a big press release all around it.
Fantastic. And where's the press release going to take place?
Well, once the website is off, but I'll do it all over social media.
Okay.
And then I'll get different organizations.
So the website, is that going to be Smiling Through Light, Beam Talks, what is it? Maya Maoni, what is the website going to be?
So the website is for Smiling Through Light. So people should just think about Smiling Through Light, like I said, that's the main company, and Beam Talks is an initiative within it.
I see. Makes sense.
So Beam Talks will have a page.
What should we be expecting to see into your website or the web page? What should we be expecting?
So it's a place to go to find out a bit about me, but more about the company. So you find out about what my vision is, my aims, my objectives, what we've done to date, what problem we're trying to solve. And there's a page dedicated to Beam Talks, and it gives all the achievements. There's a page literally with just things that I've accomplished since starting the journey. So it's quite a website, an easy website. People can really navigate it easily. And it's just for you to get quick information. We have a contact page, so if you're someone who's interested in renewable energy, who's interested in clean energy, who's interested in igniting women's potential, it's those type of people we want as partners. So on the website already, the School for Social